uh, I timed out Salty for a minute, and he didn't come back. All right. So we're still in podcast mode, everybody. We're still audio only. All right. Small crimes. Look at that. Small crimes. Yeah, small crimes. How dare you, Salty? You know what you fucking did. So we are still in podcast mode. So we're going to be black screen until I finish my story, and then we're going to turn on the game and do the game thing. If I don't end up just doing a just chatting stream. I'm going to change the title from That Gay Communist to Being Scammed. All right, this is my story. This is my story about being scammed. So I had an idea, okay? I had an idea that I would speak your truth, King. Okay, yeah, I speak only the truth. They hated Jesus, for he told the truth. I had an idea. I own a Mac. Everybody knows that. I stream from a Mac. I have OBS running on my Mac, and then I just capture card in, and I play on my PlayStation for almost everything. I play on my PlayStation for almost everything. If I can't find it on my PlayStation, then I will try to Crime Upon the Earth is really good. I try to find it on Steam. If it's on Steam, it's a little bit more annoying to play because I have to tab out of the game to click on OBS instead of just having OBS, and I lose my second monitor because it's devoted to the game, and a bunch of reasons. So, and the kicker, the real kicker, is I can't play indie games. Let me turn my mic up. Test. All right, we're good. I can't play indie games. Am I too loud? Tell me the truth. How do I sound? I turned it up 2 clicks. Kicker, I hardly know her. Sounds good? Amazing. I can't play indie games. Not too loud? Nope, good. Okay, thank you. There are so many games that I want to play. You are licking both ears. Okay, all right. I want to play games that hurt my feelings. I want to play games that tell deep personal stories. I want to relate to the creator of this art. I want to experience weird stuff or new mechanics. But developing games for a Mac, putting games on Steam that have Mac accessibility, and ARM chip, which is the M1, the M series chips, ARM, is expensive. And it's hard. So a lot of indie developers can't do that shit. And they just release it for Windows. But that means that they can put it on Steam Deck, because Steam Deck is essentially just a little Windows computer, right? So my idea was, I don't have the money to buy a gaming PC, and I own an $1,800 Mac. I don't want to buy another computer. Steam Deck doesn't want. Yeah, it runs Steam OS. It runs Steam OS, but it can run its own. It can run a lot of Steam games that say Windows only. A lot of them have on their store page compatible with. So I was oversimplifying Ari. I'm sorry, you fucking actually me, okay? Actually. That's Ari. That's what she sounds like, everybody. And then she spells out Mississippi. Anyway, but you know what? I gotta give it to her. She owns the fucking Dimsdale Dimmadome. So like, and you know, she's rich as fuck. I can't blame her. Taurus, that emote is glorious. That emote is so fucking good. Anyway, so my thought was, I forgot about that emote. Money. I would buy a Steam Deck. Good one, MISSISSIPPI. I would buy a Steam Deck, and then I would plug it into my capture card just like I would my PlayStation 5 or my Super Nintendo or anything. And I would just be able to capture the game from the Steam Deck and continue to stream on my Mac. Same as always. But now I get to play those fucking indie games. That was my thought. I looked it up. Is there a Mr. Sippy? No, you can sip her pee. She's the only miss that you can sip pee. Oh my god. Can we make this airy? Yes, we can. We're doing it right now. Yes, we can, and we're doing it right fucking now. You want to make it... I'm considering... Maybe we should make it airy, Fim? No, let's just do airy. Let's just do airy. Okay, all right. The emote is so... Look, oh my god. Okay, check this out. This is what it looks like normal. Oh my god, I have so many photos of fucking the cuck story on my desktop. This is what it looks like normal. The name of this emote is so long. This is the first time I've ever seen this. It changes how it changes how the box looks because it's so fucking big. Okay, all right, get the fuck out of here. I've never seen that before. Wait, you want me to do? Yeah, no, I haven't done it yet. Wait, I can't add it. I can't. Oh, I can't. Okay, all right. I was like, I can't change the fucking name. All right, there we go. All right, everybody. Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, looking out his Dimsdale Dimmadome, a.k.a. Airy. Okay, everybody. On stream, she's still the cute kitty with the flower. Well, it was kind of misleading anyway that Airy would ever give anyone a flower. You know what? I should remake that emote to be that cat, but she's handing you BL. How about that? I'll remake that emote to that cat handing out Boys Love magazines. That's a good one. A Southern capitalist is much more Airy's vibe. It's true. It's true. Airy is an oiler. She if she could, she would actually, you know what? I think Airy, now that I've heard her voice and I AI generated her face, I think she's just Jeff Bezos. I think she's just old Jeffy. That would explain so much. Oh, I get it now. Okay, so all I wanted was to play some indie games. I own so many games. I've bought them on sale because I'm like, oh, when I get a PC, oh, when I get a PC, oh, when I get a PC. Is Airy the anonymous gifter? Oh, bro, that makes so much sense. Oh my god, she is a sugar mama. Anonymous? Anonymous? Anonymous. The anonymous gifter who gifts everywhere. That's right, it's Airy. She doesn't even do it. She just set up a bot. She doesn't even do it herself. And so I keep buying these games, thinking when I buy a PC, I'll finally be able to play them. I'll finally be able to stream them. And what that means is I buy games, and then I can't play them, I can't stream them. So I buy more games that I can play. But then when it comes time to play a new game, like I finish Lies of P, okay, time for the next game, I have to choose from a very limited amount, and I'm sitting here like, I wish I could just play Guacamelee. I wish I could just play this fucking visual novel that I bought, but I can't because I don't own a Windows PC. I don't own anything that can even play this game, which is very frustrating. So I watched a couple videos. I saw that people were doing it. I saw that you could hook a mouse and keyboard up to a Steam Deck. I saw that you can run it as a little PC, and I was like, you know what? I can make that work. I thought you were playing Citizen Sleeper. I'm just talking in general. So I was like, I can make that work. And you know what? I'm looking at the price tag for the OLED 512 gigabyte version. It's $550. I've got the money. I could do it. It would make it tight. I wouldn't be able to like buy as much food, but I could do it. And you know what? It wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I decide I'll go to Craigslist. I'll go to eBay. I'll go to Facebook Marketplace. I'll see if anybody is selling a used one because I don't care. I buy used shit. As long as it's in good condition, I don't fucking care. All of my camera lenses are used. The only thing new is my camera. Everything else is fucking used. Can't afford food, but at least we game. It's true. It's true. Look, streaming is my hobby. Eating is not my hobby. All right? That's all I'll say. So, I find on Craigslist this posting. It's 2 photos. It's the box and then the case. $400. OLED 512 gigabyte. They say new condition, barely used, need to sell quick. It's been posted over a month ago. But they misspelled Steam Deck. They put Valve Index with an IM. Valve Index. Steam Deck. I think they actually put Stream Deck. So I'm like, okay, that's why it's been sitting here for so long. Because people look up Steam Deck or Valve Index, right? And so it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. And I'm like, okay, I think I might have found either they've sold it and they forgot to take their listing down, or they just haven't had a good sale. No one's taken them seriously or nobody's found them. So I reach out. Hey, man, is this still available? They reply at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's available. Then they email me again at 8 in the morning. Hey, are you still interested? And this is all through Craigslist. If you've never used it, it's a website, and then you email like this really long number chain at Craigslist.com, and it's an encrypted email. They don't see my email. They don't see anything. And I go, yeah, man, I'm still interested, but okay, you've had it posted for over a month. Would you go down on the price? And they're like, yeah, what price do you have in mind? I was like, I really want to get close to 400. Can you do 400? And I'm expecting them to shoot back like 425 or 450. And they're like, no, I'm okay with 400. So I'm like, oh, fucking score. So they go, what's your phone number? Let's set up a place to meet. Because that's how Craigslist works in Facebook Marketplace. There's no eBay security. You show up cash in hand. They show up item. You check the item. You hand them the cash. You walk away. There's no security. There's no anything. There's no like fucking get my protection, get my money back, nothing. If they decide to stick you with a needle or stab you in the face or eat your nose or shoot you dead and steal your wallet, that's on you for using Craigslist. Craigslist is like the crackhead's version of in-person eBay, okay? So, I'm taking a risk just by even using this website. Had some good times from Craigslist. Craigslist is a fucking nightmare. I have sold stuff on Craigslist. I have never bought anything from Craigslist. I've tried, but it's always been a scam, or were trying to sell me some shit ass quality, like, and I never actually bought it. But I finally, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. It looks good from the pictures. I text them. I get their number. They get my number. They text me. I'm texting them back and forth. Their phone number is from a couple states over, but where I live, you see a lot of people from that state here. So I'm like, okay, it's no big deal. I get it. They're cool with the price. They've set up zones near me where there's police nearby to sell stuff. Interesting. Everybody just kind of knows, like, if you're going to buy from Craigslist, meet up at the mall. Meet up at, like, a public, like the library. Do not meet in a gas station parking lot. Don't meet up at your house. You know what I mean? And unless they're picking up, like, your couch or something. It's a dangerous website. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. So they give me their address. I'm like, hey, I get off work in 20 minutes. I live in this area. I'm willing to meet you halfway. Just give me your address and I'll find somewhere in between. And they're like, oh, I'm not too far. Here's my address. Bitch, that shit is 6.5 hours north from me. 6.5 hour drive north from me. I got off work at 4 p.m. By the time I get there, it's going to be like 11 p.m. because I'm going to have to stop to get gas twice. And then I'm going to turn around. This is Thursday night. I'm going to turn around, get back at 4 in the morning, and then go to work at 7 a.m. fuck that. So I text them. I'm like, hey, no, is that your address? Google Maps says it's really far away. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's my address. And I was like, oh, well, your Craigslist ad says you're actually only 5 minutes south of where my apartment is. So what's up with that? And they say, oh, I don't know, man. I put it as my address. I've had the thing up for a month. And I was like, okay, well, no deal. I'm not driving that far. I'm not doing that shit for save $150. I'll spend $150 on fucking gas just getting there. Fuck that shit. I'm like, no deal. Never mind. Unfortunately, no. They text me back like an hour later. And they're like, well, okay, how about I ship it to you? And I'm like, okay. I'm okay with it being shipped, but you need to send me some pictures. You need to show me some pictures, okay? So they send me. I said, I need you to show me it out of the case, on, you using it. I should have asked for a video. I should have asked for a picture of my name, like written on it. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't smart enough for it. And the way that they were texting me, the way that their emails were, the way that they were, their listing was, and then the pictures that they sent me, I was like, I think this person just might be kind of dumb. So that's my bad. It's my fault for assuming they were dumb. And because I assumed they were dumb, I acted dumb. I ignored the red flags. I ignored a lot of stuff because I was just assuming that they were dumb. And that's my bad. So they send me these pictures, and frankly, the Steam Deck looked really good. So I message Ari, and I go, hey, Steam Deck Master, Sensei, please, do these look legit? And she looked at them, and she sent me fucking binoculars, dude. She sent me binoculars, the emote, and she was like, they look good. They look legit. That looks like it's good quality. And so I was like, all right, you know what? I trust Ari. I trust her. They did look legit. They literally did. I'm not even, no flack against Ari. They actually looked good. They actually did look good. But I should have got them to write crawl upon the earth on a piece of paper in the photo. I should have gotten them to send me a video of them saying my name and holding it. I should have done way more. If they really wanted to sell it to me, I should have done it. Because I've done that before. When I sold lenses, I sold a bunch of lenses for my camera that I wasn't using so I could pay rent late last year. It was Def Airy under an assumed name. Was this the pic with the charger? Yes. I will get to that. Thanks for the 100 USD. Okay, let me finish the fucking story before you start spoiling everybody. All right, so I don't think I actually sent Ari all the photos. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I sent Ari every photo. I don't think I did, now that I think about it. I might have only sent her like 4 of the 10 photos. I was focused. Me too, Ari. I was literally just like, I hope that the joysticks aren't fucked up. I hope that the trackpads work. I hope that they didn't drop it and the shoulder buttons don't work. That's all I was really thinking about. I was just like, does this look like it's broken? The way they were talking seemed very much like a real person. The way that they were replying to me seemed very much like not a person from overseas, not a dude in India trying to get my credit card information. And they were like, okay, I sent you the pictures, man. Just give me your name and address, and I'll drive to the post office right now, and I'll mail it to you. And they were like, look, how do I know you're actually going to send me the money after I mail it? And I said, how do I know you're going to send me the product after I send the money? And I was like, look, this is how eBay does it. eBay will take the money, and then eBay will hold the money, and then you don't get the money as a seller until it's delivered. So what I proposed was I'll send you $100, and then once you show me a receipt from the post office saying you mailed it, I'll send the rest of the money. I should have said, I'll send half now, and when I get it, I'll give you the other half. I should have said something like that. I should have said, call me, and I'm going to talk to the FedEx representative, and they're going to open the package and say it to me. I should have said, FaceTime me. I should have said, Craigslist has nothing for that. No, Craigslist is literally, hey, I'm selling my PS5, and then you email them and say, is it available? And they say, yeah, come pick it up. And then you show up with $50 cash and you give them the money and they give you the item. Craigslist has no protections. I want to make that very clear. Craigslist is like a message board. It's straight up an image board where you sell stuff and people show up at your house, okay? So I give this guy my fucking name, my email, and my legal name, and my fucking address with my apartment number. Because I think they're shipping it to me, right? I send them $1. They give me their Zelle. If you've ever used Zelle before, it's basically the new age version of wire transfer. They give me their Zelle. I send them $1 because in the past, I have accidentally sent $100 to the wrong person, and that money's just gone. You can't get it back. I did. I gave them my full legal name, Gaycom. I even gave them my social security number. No, I'm just kidding. They already have that anyway. It's all American social security numbers are out there anyway. Who gives a fuck? But anyway, I send them $1 just to make sure. They go, okay, I got the $1. I send them 99. I say, there's your $100. Now, send me the item. An hour and a half later, I say, it's now 7:30 p.m. I say, hey, are you going to go tomorrow? Did you make it to the post office in time? They said, I'm driving there now. The address they sent me that's 6.5 hours away from my apartment is, I looked it up on Google satellite view, like a street cam. It's kind of in like rural ass nowhere. There's like a house every house is on like an acre or two. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. Ari, is your American social security number out there? It's just Dimmadale, but spelled out with numbers. That's her social. It's just Dimmadale, but with numbers. That's all. So they send me a receipt from FedEx. It looks real. It's a real receipt. It is a real receipt that they have printed out. It's not a email receipt. It doesn't look photoshopped. I'm pretty good at Photoshop. It doesn't look photoshopped. It just looks like a receipt. It's got my name on there. It's got my address. It's got my like everything. It's got the weight of the item, a transaction ID, the name of the system that they used, and I'm like, oh, you know what? If this looked sus, I would have been like, fuck you, give me my money back, or just not sent them the money. But I'm like, okay, cool, it's cool. So I send them. Okay, now you guys are gonna fucking laugh at me. All right, you're gonna fucking laugh at me. But they were like, hey, can you send the 300 to my girlfriend? And I said, why? And they said, she's at medical. I'm quoting, she's at medical. He was working you over harder than Gaycom worked Jack. That's fucking true. Bro, they were slapping my balls harder than Gaycom. It's true. It's true. Crawl, I'm still waiting for you to double the 99 I sent. Hash. Fucking banned. Don't talk to me. Fucking guy. This dude got scammed and he truly thinks I'm going to double that shit. Ari doesn't even have any points. This can't be worth $150 even if it was legit. Snappy, it's not even the worst. We're not even at the worst of it, okay? So I'm going to open up the text messages, all right? I'm going to read you the text messages. There's so many. There's so many. Okay. They sent me the receipt. And I said, oh, cool. All right. It's right there. I didn't even look at the receipt. And I'm going to watch the VOD, though. I can't believe it. Aya, you lost. Oh, you won. Congratulations, Aya. It's a spicy VOD. It is. It's a really good VOD. I might download it and put it on YouTube. I'll unlist it, though. So only if people, like, ask for it. You know what I mean? Okay, anyway. So they send me this receipt. It looks legit. I have no words for it. And they go, can you send it to my girlfriend? Hold on. I need the balance sent to my girlfriend. I will send her Zelle. And I said, I said, why don't I send it to the same Zelle? And they said, oh, I need it sent to her. What did he fucking say? Where's the text messages? Oh, he said, let me know once you send it. She really needs it. She is in medical. And so I send it. I send the money. I send $1. And the guys, or the girl, the seller is a girl. The girl goes, I got it. Or she got the $. Send the rest. I said, okay. So I go to my Zelle and I look and it says the girlfriend's name. And the girlfriend has an email linked to it, but no phone number linked to her Zelle. Which means that this is not a Chase account, because Chase requires you to have your phone number and your email and your name, and I think they even take a picture of your fucking license. And it says for the seller, it says that they created their account in March of 2024. But for the girlfriend, it says new. This is a brand new account. So I type in 29900 and hit enter and send. And Chase pops up a notification and they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to send this? And it made me check 3 boxes that said, I am not being scammed. This is not fraud. I am not being coerced into doing this. And then I press send. And then they flag my account and they say, hey, this is fraudulent activity. This is really concerning. We are putting this transaction under review. So I text them. I'm like, yo, they put the transaction under review, because in my brain, I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm scamming them. I don't want to scam them. I don't, after how awkward this was, I don't want them to think I'm the scammer. So I text them. I'm like, yo, they're fucking with me. And the seller is like, well, call your bank. So I call my bank. And I'm playing Hollow Knight on stream in Minnie's Discord. And I'm like, be right back, everybody. I call my bank. I'm on the phone. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Let me send money. I want to buy this thing. And they run me through the fucking ringer, dude. They ask me, I'm reading text messages to them. I'm describing the item. The motherfucker doesn't know what Craigslist is. So then I call it, I just say, fuck it, it's Facebook Marketplace. You know what Facebook Marketplace is? And you know what the lady on the phone, her follow-up question is? So did you read reviews for this website? Did you check if any other customers had ever used this? Was this a legitimate website? It's like, they don't know what the fuck Craigslist is, and then they don't know what the fuck Facebook Marketplace is. What? You work for a bank and you don't know what those things are? You work for the fraud department at a bank and you don't know what Craigslist or the fucking Facebook Marketplace is, dude. So I'm describing to her, I'm buying from an individual. There's no website. I'm buying from a person. And she finally got it. And she was like, okay, well, I'll put in that this is approved, that you're approving this transaction, that you are approving this transaction. She looks at me. She said, Crawl, you are approving this transaction. Not Chase, not me. You are saying let it go through. And she goes, but it's going to take 24 hours because it's 8 p.m. on a fucking Thursday, and you got to wait until tomorrow when Chase, who's in fucking Illinois or some shit, approves this. You are willingly getting scammed, exactly. And they ask those questions because it means you're on the record saying it's all your fault. Yes, I know, Gaycom. Oh, I know. But I thought it was hilarious. And I know that she had to ask those questions, but she legitimately did not know what Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace was. It's not that her follow-up questions were incongruous with those as selling platforms. She said, where did you go to find this item? And she did not know. She did not know what those websites were. We were all in chat also saying you were getting scammed. Yeah, so I'm on Discord. I'm streaming live. And I'm telling the story. And everyone is like, bro, you're getting scammed. Bro, you are getting scammed. Everyone is saying I'm getting scammed. Some people are hopeful. I'm describing how I think the person might just be dumb. I mean, they sent me a receipt. It looked really legit. I had Ari check the photos. It looked in good condition. Like, I'm being hopeful. I'm giving this person so much benefit of the doubt. I'm truly trying to give this person all of my hope because I just want the fucking item. I just want the fucking item. Okay? Salty or Snappy, we don't know, but I'll get there. Don't worry. And everyone's like, no, you're being scammed. You're out $100. Cancel that $300. And I'm like, maybe they did send me something, but maybe it's just going to be a box of rocks. And if it's a fucking box of rocks, bro, we're doing a rock unboxing stream. We're doing a fucking rock unboxing stream. And we're fucking putting that shit on a shelf behind me. That shit is living on my fucking stream, okay? If I'm getting sent rocks, then those rocks are going to be a part of my life forever. $400 fucking rocks, okay? If they're sending me a box of fucking cat poop, that shit is going to be put inside resin, and I'm going to put it on my fucking wall like an ornament. Understood? That's what's happening here. So I think I'm being scammed. Not that they didn't send me it, but that they did send me it, and there's nothing in the box. That was my thought. For two reasons. One, the Switch 2. The Steam Deck only weighs 1.5 pounds. If I take into consideration the charger, the Steam Deck, the case, the original box, and the box they put it in to ship it in, I could maybe imagine it being like 5 pounds. But on the receipt, it says 6.5 pounds. And I'm like, where the fuck did all that... Would they like fill it with fucking packing? So that's my number one thing where I'm like, this seems weird, but I let it slide. And two, it took them... I looked it up on Google. The FedEx that they said they went to and the address they said was their house was only 25 minutes away. So I'm like, why did it take them like 2 hours to get there? They must have filled the box with some shit. They must have filled the box with something fucking whatever. So I'm like, look, man, it's going to take 2 hours. Or it's going to take 24 hours. It's going to take 24 hours. There's nothing I can do. I already called my bank. I was like, look, I promise I'm not scamming you. I don't want you to feel any certain type of way. I promise you I sent the money. It will come to you. Thank you for sending the item the same day that you said you would. And they're like, okay, just, text me when it goes through. And I was like, all right, man. That's it. Next day rolls up. I slept on it. I go to work Friday, yesterday. I'm thinking about it. Salty, I'm not even going to humor that message. I think you should think about what you've done. I go to work, and I immediately tell all this to everybody. And I'm like, I think I might have been scammed, but I'm not 100% sure. The universe was trying to save you. Aya, we will get there. And everyone is like, 80% you got scammed, 20% you didn't. 80% you did, 20% you didn't. People grr. What a good use of that emote. Everyone's like, you know what? I think that they're just stupid. Let's take it at face value. Let's take it at everything they're saying is real. They live in very, very rural area. So they probably had to drive kind of far to get to this FedEx. Oh my God, I forgot to mention. Oh my God, I left out a part. They send me a picture of this fucking receipt, and I don't even look at what it says, bro. At the bottom, it says pricing option, 1 rate. Shipment subtotal, $34.80. And then it says custom charges, $5.20. Total due, exactly $40. It doesn't even look like a receipt. It doesn't even have tax on it. What do you mean one rate? Why is it what do you mean exactly 40? What, did you just give them $5.20? What the fuck? I didn't even read the receipt. I just saw the receipt. I'll tell you, I saw the receipt, and all I did in my brain, I didn't even check it to see if it was a scam. I remember what I thought. Oh, FedEx. Did they get my name and address right? Yeah, they did. Okay, here's your money. Okay, so I get to work, everybody, and my supervisor is like, why don't you should maybe call that FedEx. You should maybe call that FedEx. Have you tried tracking the package? And I looked at the receipt and I realized there's no tracking number on this receipt. And every FedEx receipt, every FedEx item has a tracking number. It's not like fucking UPS where you have to pay more. You used to have to pay for tracking. Every item that gets shipped has a tracking number. And this receipt doesn't have a tracking number on it. That's sign number 1 for me. Sign number 2. I call the FedEx. First off, you can't fucking talk to nobody at FedEx. It is impossible to talk to a human. They keep directing you to their online chatbot, but if the online chatbot can't help you, it literally says try searching our site or checking the FAQ. You cannot talk to a human at FedEx. So I Google the FedEx location because I was thinking, like, if I give them a transaction number, maybe they'll be able to tell me if it was like legit or not. And here's my thought process. Here's my thought. I still haven't even considered that this is like a scam. The scam that I think they pulled off is that they sent it, took a picture of the receipt, got the money, and then turned back to the FedEx employee and said, never mind, I want to cancel that transaction. Give me back that package. That's what I thought happened. I thought that they just took the Steam Deck back. In my mind, the Steam Deck still exists, and they live at that address they sent me, and they went to that FedEx that they said they did. And that receipt is real. Okay? This is how it's happening in my brain. And so I call it's a FedEx inside a CVS. I call the CVS. I say, hey, can I get connected to the FedEx you guys have? And she goes, oh, yeah, I'm the FedEx. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, we are a FedEx drop-off location. People just bring in and they drop their package off, and we set it down for FedEx to come get it. And I said, oh, could you check a transaction number for me? Because I bought something from someone off Craigslist, and they said they sent it. And she was like, no. Do you have a tracking number? Why don't you do the tracking number? I was like, no, there's no tracking number on it. And she was like, well, we don't take money for FedEx here. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, we're not a FedEx store. We're just a FedEx drop point. It's like going up to a blue mailbox for the USPS and trying to give it money to ship a package. You have to buy the stamps on your own, and then you just give it to us. You pay for the shipping label on your own, and then you bring us the package. And I was like, so you guys don't accept money? And she goes, no, honey, we don't. And I was like, well, okay, thank you for helping me. And she said, you should really call that seller. And I was like, okay. So I try calling them. For the first time ever, I try calling them. I didn't ask for a video. I didn't ask for my name written in a picture. I didn't ask for anything. I just took everything they said because I assumed that they were just a dumb person living in rural whatever, and they were just selling their shit. And I was like, even if they're lying to me about wanting to get the money, like they're guilt tripping me because they're worried I'm going to scam them. I'm fucking 30, Gagum. I was like, I thought they were stupid, and so I was stupid. And I've been scammed before, and I've scammed before. I'm just fucking dumb, dude. And so I try calling them. It's a fucking Google number. It's not even a real number. It's not even a real phone number. And it gets to the voicemail, and there is no voicemail. The phone stops ringing eventually. So I text him, and I'm like, hey man, I need you to give me a tracking number, or I'm going to cancel the payment that's being suspended. And they don't reply. And so I call my bank, and I'm like, hey, cancel the $2.99. And I was like, could you get my $99 back that I've already sent them? And they were like, not really. And they give me the phone number for like the fraud and theft prevention. And I'm like, okay, I'll call them. I saved my $300, which I then spent immediately today on all this fucking stream equipment, which didn't even really work the way I wanted it to, but it's okay. I needed something better anyway. And I go through all this shit, and then they finally start texting me back. And they're like, I don't understand. FedEx said tracking will be sent to my email. Okay, all right. They said FedEx, capital F, said tracking will be sent. And then they put 2 spaces, like the number 2 of them. And then to my, capital M, email, no period. Still waiting on update from them. And this immediately confirmed everything for me, which it kind of already did. Wah! Ari, why did you get 5 subs? Ari feels so bad she gave me money. Ari, that was the most disrespectful thing you've ever done in your entire life. That hurt me deeply. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Fund you to get scammed again? So fucking true. Guys, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot. Gaycom just gifted 5 subs? No fucking way, dude. Oh, and you gifted a sub to Golden and Sage and Jeepa. Hell yeah. Thank you for the pity subs. Thank you, Gaycom. Guys, I totally forgot. I'm such a fucking sussy baka, dude. I so forgot. I'm so sorry, Ari. Guys, Ari made me a fucking emote. Ari made me an emote, and all I had to do was record gay porn for her. I just had to record fucking me reading gay porn for her, and she made me an emote, and it's so good. You're welcome for the gay porn. I hope you enjoy it. It's so good. It's like a 11 out of 10 emote. Gaycom, I'm bumping your story to a 10 out of 10. Thanks for the gay porn. You're welcome. I guess we both gave gay porn, didn't we? Anyway, thank you for the gift subs. Thank you. I know you guys are making fun of me, but I appreciate it. You also gifted a sub to Jimmy Thickness. What a name. Jimmy Thickness. Okay. Wait, Ari, do I get an emote now? Well, Ari has a price now. Ari, after she made this emote for me, she decided that she is actually an artist. She's actually good at art. Legitimately, Ari is very good at art, and she believes it now. I think that by making this emote, I have boosted her confidence, and now she has the gall to charge me real life money. So if you want an emote, pay her. Pay your fucking artist. Pay them. Ari, I'm paying you in gay porn. Oh, I see you. You're saying you've already paid. So anyway, they go, I'm busy right now. I can't call you. I'll have to call you back later. And I said, look, here's the deal, man. You scam me out of $100. I'm not letting you scam me out of another 300. And I said, look, I'm an honorable man. If I get the item on Monday, like your receipt says, if it shows up in my mailbox, I will send you the $300. I will send you the money. But I'm not going to let you scam. I'm not going to let you fucking scam me until I have proof that the item shows up. And I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm still giving them too much leeway. And they say, I don't get scam, ? And canceled. I don't understand. I sent out my item, and now I don't get why are trying to say or insinuate. And I am also an honorable space person. I sent out item, like with a 3. I said I will, and a deal is a deal. And then I didn't reply, and then they sent a question mark. And I said, okay, you need to explain all this stuff then. And I just listed out every problem I have with it. I listed out every problem. And they replied. They didn't explain anything. They just sent me back a long-ass text message saying that bro must have been copy-pasting his previous messages from a script. He was, 100%. And so now I'm kind of laughing about this. And I'm reading it off to my coworkers when I get the message. And we're laughing about it. And everybody that comes up to me, I'm telling the story to. And it's become a $100 mistake that has now become a funny story. And so they just keep like saying all this. And then they go canceling with one L. The payment without hearing from me is more even sketchy, space, and suspicious. And then they said, about an hour later, they said, now FedEx fixed it, but FedEx isn't capitalized this time. And tracking number has been sent to my email, and you have just been bringing up stories. And I just simply replied, show me the tracking number. And they said, okay. And then 30 minutes later, they sent me a picture that says, hello, Mr. First name, last name. Here is the tracking number for your shipment. And then it's 4 numbers and then garbled nothing. I don't want to show it just in case I fucking dox myself, but it's just 4 numbers and then garbled nothing and then a green line drawn through it. And then I didn't reply and they sent back question mark. And then an hour later they said, now no response? Really? Trying to rip me off my item? And I said, look, if I get the item on Monday, I'll send you back your money. And they said, that not our agreement. You are going off our agreement. That not. Honestly? First, you went behind my back to cancel payment, space. Now, you are not going on agreement, space. And even decided to ignore my text. Wow. I hope when I do. And, okay. Oh, I got a hype chest. Wowee. Whoa. That's actually a good emote. That's actually a pretty cute emote. Look at that emote. Number 1. Oh my god. That's iconic. Oh, that is cunty as fuck, dude. That's Gaycom. I feel like that's going to become your like signature emote. I think personal best is really cute though. That is a very good emote. Bro must have been probably salty. I do know 40 to 50 people who put 2 spaces when typing. I mean, that's how you send a text message, right? Like, or a period in a text message. You press space twice and then it puts a period. But it looks like their program is not putting a period. Okay, so then later in the day, about like 2:30 p.m., so about an hour later, they send me a text message that says, I hope when I do what I have in mind, it will be a 50-50 thing. And I was like, that's a very threatening text message. What? So I say, LMAO, what's that even supposed to mean? And they just sent back, you'll see. So I send them the fucking yellow thumbs up. I just send them the yellow thumbs up, bro. And they reply, I already show you prove, PROVE. I already show you prove. Off OFF. Everything. Now pay me off so I can give you full tracking. You are been dishonest, space. Now that I have my item shipped. And I said, what the I said, that doesn't even make sense. How am I supposed to track the package and see if the package is real if you don't give me the fucking tracking number? And I said, look, I said, what are you texting me for? If the item shows up on Monday, I'll send you the fucking $300. If it doesn't, enjoy your $100. You fucking got me. And at this point, I had already called the Chase fraud and spoken to the person. And I had already told them everything that happened and how they got me with they must have had a receipt printer. Because this is a real fucking receipt, dude. I don't know how to say it. This is a real fucking receipt. And that's a real CVS with a FedEx drop-off point. When you Google it, it says it's a FedEx Go location. Like, they got me. But I also let so much slip by. And this whole time, I almost was like, get your girlfriend on the phone and I'll explain it to her because you're too fucking stupid to understand what I'm asking for. I'm still thinking this is a real person with a real girlfriend that I sent money to. I'm still giving them so much. And I said, you know what, man? This is the moment where it clicked in my brain and I was like, why am I doing this? I'm being so fucking stupid. And it's because I was laughing about it. I was joking about it. I was having a good time with this story and my coworkers and the people on Discord. But oh my God, it's Minnie? What do you mean? Imagine it shows up for real and you were rude to some confused foreigner who doesn't speak English. Snappy, that's my fear. That's my genuine fear. So half of me is afraid that that's what's happening and that I'm just being rude to a foreigner. I'm being rude to someone who's dumb and they're not good at English. That's it. That's all that's happening. I'm just being rude to this person. I'm canceling payments. I'm submitting fraud reports in their name. I'm trying to get back my $100 that I sent them as a down payment. Well, look, if it really shows up, they'll get their $300. True, Ari, that's it. And I feel like morally, like my soul kind of hurts because like, what if I'm scamming this person right now? It feels bad. What if I'm actually scamming this person? And so that's what keeps me making up stories that this is real, forcing myself to believe that this is real, right? But at this point, they're being really pushy and they're being an asshole. And so I just go like, look, I'm not humoring this anymore. I'm blocking you. If the money shows up, you'll get the money. If not, fuck you. And I almost said, and if you think you're going to show up to my house and kill me, good fucking luck. I type out this message and I'm like, if you're going to show up at my house and fucking kill me, do it then. Fucking do it, bitch. Right? Like I'm calling them a pussy. And I type out this message and I was like, it's kind of provocative. I'm kind of provoking them. So maybe I shouldn't send that. And my coworker's like, don't do that. But he looks at me and he goes, you should buy a gun. And I was like, nah, it's okay. If they show up at my house and they try to kill me, I'll let them kill me. Fuck them. You can kill me. I don't give a shit. Also, just because they're bad at English doesn't mean they need to act in the sketchiest way possible. I agree, Gaycom. If it's real and you send money, you didn't scam anybody. That's true, Snappy. So that's what I keep telling myself. And they sent back the laughing, crying emoji. And they said, now you want to block me. Oh, I see why people get paid before honoring any deal in shipping out their item on Craigslist. I should have gotten the full payment before I shipped anything. Feel free to block me if you want to. Anything that happens, you're being dishonest and lying and trying to rip me off. If anything happens, anything that happens to you has been they said it in broken English. I'm trying to say it in the way that I think they intended. They're essentially saying anything that happens to me because I've been dishonest is because I ripped them off. So if they come and kill me, or they fucking rob me or break into my apartment, that's my fault. And so I block them. And then I'm talking to my coworker about it, and he's like, yeah, you need a gun. And then I go, man, fuck, dude. I gave them my full legal name, my address, my Zelle, my phone number. Like, they've got all this shit on me. So I wake up this morning. To a knocking at my door. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. And I have just gotten out of the shower, so I am naked. I have a towel around my waist, and I have a towel over my head. And I walk over to the door, and I'm like, all right, look, I'm not going to sit here and like act like I'm like a badass or something, but I've had people try to kill me, and I kind of want them to kill me. So I'm like, all right, here it is. Fuck it. Here it is. So I just walk up to, I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid. Fuck you. You're going to kill me? Fucking do it. I walk up to the door. I look through the peephole. It's FedEx. And they have a package in their hand. They have they have a fucking package. They have a package in their hand, and it's big enough to be a Steam Deck. And so I go from fucking kill me, bitch, do it, I dare you. Fuck you, do it, bitch, to oh my God, I'm such a fucking asshole. And I open the door. And I go, can I help you? And he goes, yeah, package requiring signature. And I look at the package, and it says the wrong name. It's the name of the previous tenant. And the way he was holding it, I couldn't see how thick the package was. It's documents. It's not a Steam Deck. It's not a Steam Deck. It's like divorce papers or some shit. You answered the door naked? I had a towel on. Come on. I only stuck my head out. They didn't see my body. It's not. But what are the fucking odds that all this shit happens, and then I get threatening text messages insinuating they're going to come to my house, and then FedEx shows up at my fucking house? There's no fucking way, dude. There is no way. And so then I went out all day, and I spent all my money. And that's the end of the story for now. The story is not over, okay? They have my address. They have my phone number. They've got my name. They very well could harass me in some way. They very well could show up at my apartment, assuming that they're not like in a call center in India, right? Or 0% chance the Steam Deck could show up on Monday. Now let's live in my fantasy realm for a little bit longer and assume that the Steam Deck will show up. Monday I get home from work. I've got a package waiting for me in the locker room where the packages are at my apartment. I could scam them. I could just not send them the money. You know what I mean? Like I could just I could just keep the money. I don't think you need to. What is that emote? That's adorable. Worry. Oh my God, that emote's so good. I don't think you need to worry too much. The playbook always has vaguely threatening but non-specific message as a last-ditch effort to make you cough up. Yeah, they basically did all of the scam play-by-play. They gave me a bogus address, said they would ship it to me, asked me for payment up front. They were really pushy about getting the payment. The receipt looked a little bit bogus. Sorry for the ads if you're an ad watcher. I'm pretty sure everyone here is subbed. They then started saying, like, I need it right now for medical bills. Someone's in an emergency. I need the money right now. Send the money right now. Exactly, Ari. They already got me for $100, so they don't really care. They were just pushing for the other 300. I then started accusing them. Then they got all defensive and then started trying to turn it on me, victim blaming, and But also, I get it when it's you. It's still more worrying. Look, I'm not that worried. I want to make that clear. If they're coming to kill me, I hope they do. If they don't, damn it, why not? You know what I mean? Fucking get it over with already. But I'm not really that worried. I sleep fine at night. The medical excuse wouldn't work outside America. So fucking true, Snappy. Crawl, I'll protect you. Yeah, you'll slap their balls real hard. If you don't stream again for a week, I will assume the ghost or the seller or whoever else wants to kill you got you. So true, Snappy. Or I died because I don't wear a seatbelt and I text and drive. That one's a joke. I don't wear a seatbelt, but I don't text and drive. I text at red lights. Okay, anyway. Which is still not very good because you should pay attention to your surroundings while you're sitting at a red light. I'm bad. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 story. There was drama. There was romance. I laughed. I cried. Crawl, wear your seatbelt. No, if I get in a wreck, I don't want to be paralyzed. I'd rather die. Why don't you wear a seatbelt? Because if I get in a wreck, I'd rather die than be paralyzed. Wear a goddamn seatbelt, Crawl? No, because if I get in a wreck, I'd rather die than be paralyzed. That's good enough reason for me. I also drive fast as fuck. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to be so real with you. You're going to get paralyzed for not wearing a seatbelt. You're so right, Tors. I'm not going to lie to you. Or you might live and not be paralyzed. But then I have to worry about getting a new car. It's not a binary choice between die and be paralyzed. It is in America. Oh, it is. You know what? It is in America. If I live and my car is totaled, I'd rather be dead. Moral of the story, everybody. If you think it's a scam, just don't fucking buy it. And also, I might have done it for content. I might have done it like Gaycom. I might have been doing it just to see how far it would go. No, I have insurance, but only liability. And my car isn't registered or inspected, but I do have a license. And I've been living in my new state for 2 years, but I still have the plates from my old state. And my paint job is really fucked up. And my front windshield is fucked up. Has a big ol' crack in it. So I get blinded a lot. Hi Jeepa, welcome. Hi Jeepers. Jeepa, you missed so much banger story this stream. Thank you for coming in though. Hi Jeeps. Yeepa? All right, everybody. I'm gonna keep it 100 right now. I think I'm gonna end the stream. Banger story missed. No, it's okay, Jeepa. I'm leaving the VOD up this time, unlike Sunday where I deleted it. There was a lot of banging in this story. Yeah, dude. Gaycom did the fucking, and I also got fucked. Here's the thing. Chase said, within the next 2 weeks, I might get that $100 back. I might get that $100 back. So I might not be out anything other than giving out all of my personal information to a stranger. So I might be okay. We'll see though. But look, it's $100. It's better than $400. It's better than $200. $100 is a lot of money to me. So that's why your subs are so important, because I really fucked up, and I really appreciate you guys for pity subbing to me. But thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for listening to my story. Gaycom, thank you for telling your story on stream today. I wish I could have gotten the phone thing to work, but my car's not broken, Snappy. It's just aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with my car. It's just aesthetic. My car actually drives very well. I have a Toyota Corolla. It's only at 180K. Those things have a lifetime of 400. The pity sub is fun, but also love. Well, thank you.